The Advocate Club focuses on building positive student relations between students with and without disabilities. Advocates are students who help and befriend student peers with disabilities. They accompany students to sporting events and dances, host special events, and participate in community service opportunities. We will be attending the DHS volleyball game on September 1st at 6 p.m.
If you are interested in acting and/or public speaking, you should come and find out about the DHS speech team. There will be an informational meeting for the 2021-2022 speech season on Tuesday, August 31st after school in room 245. If you are interested but can't make it to the meeting, please contact Mr. Cordes at cordes@danville118.org or Ms. Lester at lestert@danville118.org to receive more information.
Library Club will have its first informational meeting on Tuesday, August 31st from 3 to 3:45 in the library. As a member of the Library Club, you will get to hang out with others who love libraries and books, serve as a student library ambassador, suggest new books for the library, and help with fun library programs and displays. Please see Mrs. Bicknell, the librarian, if you have any questions or can't attend the informational meeting.
Good morning, Danville High School students. This is Miss Cherry, your principal, with a few announcements. First and foremost, if no one's told you today that they love you, Miss Cherry loves you, which is evidenced by some of the announcements that I have today. Please remember that as administrators at Danville High School, we are following the recommendations from the Board of Education. So I want to talk about a few things with all of you. First and foremost, the cell phone policy in your ownership and education, it clearly indicates that once you enter the building, your cell phones are to be turned off and put away. Please put your earbuds and AirPods away, because I have talked to several students, and starting on Monday, I will have to do the discipline. Also, parking. Students that are parking in the south parking lot, please make sure that you park in the student parking lot. And on Monday, they will start checking cars, so you will need to make sure that you get a parking sticker from the cashier's office. I want to talk a little bit about some of the challenges we have been having with students having physical altercations in the building and outside of the building. Once you arrive at school, you are under Danville District 118 responsibility. If you leave campus and get into a physical altercation, you still will have the consequences that go along with that. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here as one family, Danville High School Vikings. We are trying to improve the culture of our building, and fighting is just not something that is acceptable. If we have differences, we need to communicate to someone so that we can sit down and have a conversation and try to work things out. But let's be real. Everyone's not going to always get along, but you need to respect one another, and the things that happen outside of Danville High School need to stay outside of Danville High School. And we will do everything to reinforce that, because my responsibility as the principal of Danville High School is to keep every student safe. And in order for me to do that, I need the cooperation of all of you. And those students that don't adhere to the expectation will have to suffer the consequences that go along with not making good choices. I also want to remind our students about extracurricular activities. There are a lot of ways to get involved at Danville High School. We have student council, we have many clubs and organizations that you will be hearing more about. Please get involved, because when you get involved, that's the less time you have to not be making good choices. So we want you to be involved and be a part of what's going on at your school, Danville High School. I also want to talk about our dress code. That has been a huge topic of conversation. And despite what you may think, Miss Cherry hears a lot about what's going on and what students may be planning. But once again, I want to make sure that you understand that the Board of Education has created the standard of dress. We just enforce that, and students are expected to come to school dressed appropriately. So if you would like to voice some concerns about that, we have the perfect opportunity for you to do that. It's called the Student Advisory Board. Please go to room 239 and pick up an application from Mrs. Campbell for Student Advisory Board, and that gives you a voice. Let's do things the right way. Sit down, have a conversation, draw up what you think is acceptable for a standard of dress, and then let's take that to the Board of Education as Danville High School. Let's do things the right way, ladies and gentlemen, and let's do it the Viking way. And as Ms. Cherry always says, if it ain't your business, it ain't your business. Have a great day. Love you.